Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Wake It Up Wednesdays, where today I will be talking about, relationships, love, things I've learned from this year, as well as doing a little bit of a toy unboxing because I have so many sex toys that I might as well actually record them. So yeah, we're gonna get into that. One of these I've already opened and filmed something with it because they be sending me money. Like once money is on the line, when they send me a sex toy and say here's $50, we about to do that. So this first one is really nice. I've used this and it has like this little thing for your phone so you can like watch porn while you do your big one. And yeah, it's been nice. Like as you can see, like when you turn it on, hold on, there you go. That's what it do. So you can go up like really fast. I'll actually start at the bottom one. Well, I mean, there's like different modes. So this will snatch your soul. This will definitely get you together. I highly recommend this. If you want to find the link for this, it's on my Twitter, or I could send it to you. But yeah, this one is really nice. They have like a gauge of like how strong it is. But yeah, like, I definitely recommend this one. Ooh, be careful though. You can definitely hurt yourself, so don't put your finger there. But yeah, this one I really do enjoy. And the next one I have is kind of similar to this one, but it's more of like a machine. I don't know if I have to put it together or what, but we shall see. So this will actually get an unboxing for this because I don't even know what this looks like. I think someone tried to steal it because when I looked for it, when I came back into town, I did not see it. But it magically appeared, and as you can see, someone like ripped the top of this. So yeah, someone definitely stole this, but I guess they didn't steal it. They probably took it by accident. But let me see what it's given on the inside. This shit looked like such I can't say it, contraption, like based off of what they showed me in the details. Also, I should have the links for all of these toys down below. But if you have any questions about any toys and I forget to do that, just message me and I can give that to y'all. But ooh, we have to fast forward past this because this is kind of hard to take off. So here's the box we got for this. It looks very demure. Very you're not gonna know what's inside. Okay. How am I supposed to do this? Okay, like this. Oh yeah, so this is gonna be something I'm about to put together, but I'll show you guys all the features it comes with. Because this is definitely going to be a contraption. So I'm assuming this is what you put it on. So basically this is a sex toy where you just like plant it and it's like a stationary thing where it sits on the ground and is basically your hole for the night. So it comes with a controller, which is nice. This looks cute. Very demure as well, so I can hide that very easily if I have people over. And here's one of the things. So this comes with contraptions, and here's one of the contraptions that come with the toy. It's kind of in there though. But yeah, here's a contraption. It's supposed to be the womanly area lips that you can like stick on there, and it's supposed to do basically what the other toy does. But also it comes with a dildo. So I did not know this, but it comes with a dildo. So this is about to really change my life. I'm probably gonna use this before I film my next scene. But yeah, like I'm really happy about this because I've always wanted a toy that was just like a automatic thing. I wish I could put like any dildo on here, but this is like a nice size to like really try to get prepped with. Like, when you're douching and you're like, oh, let me check if I'm clear, but also let me open my hole a little bit. This is gonna do that, and I'm very happy about this. So I'm gonna be using this sex toy for a little bit. When they sent me the toy, I saw how much it cost. This shit costs $100, y'all. Like, this shit costs $100. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna hold you. But from what I see, it does seem worth it. So I think this is. Oh no, this is like the thing. Wait. Yeah, so this goes on like this. So I don't know if you can see, but it goes on like this. So this is basically what I got. And basically I can switch this out, or I can put this in there. Oh shit. Let me see if I can turn it on like this. Maybe this gotta be plugged in. But yeah, as you can see, it's gonna be like. So this is cute. I like this. Okay. Yeah, this does have to be plugged in. But yeah, this is actually a very expensive toy, like 100 and something. It was 100 and something dollars. But to get this for free and also get paid to review it, like, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Damn, I can't take this out though. Oh, but this is cute. Look at this. Okay. So this is going to be pounding me on my OnlyFans very soon, but also I might give a little teaser to Twitter as well. So look out for that. I kind of want to put it in motion. I wish this would turn on, but I guess it's not charged. Unless it does have to be. Oh, no, it's on now. Oh, it's on. Okay, look at that. So that's what's going to happen to me. Look out for that on my Twitter. Yes. Let me see. Can it go down? Oh, that's as slow as it goes. Okay. What does this do? Well, yeah. We will see. We will see what comes with this. That's the slowest it goes, so that's probably a good thing. Like, I don't know. Oh yeah, okay. But this is cute, right? Like, I like it. It's cute. I was like, I don't know how I feel about this going inside me like that, but it's okay. Because at the end of the day, I can leave it like this and just get warmed up and then let it like slowly open me up. So, you know, I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. So let me clean this up real quick and then we will get into the actual video. Since I've gone on for 10 minutes already, that's crazy. Okay guys, so basically today I really just wanted to vent a little bit, but also just talk about my experiences with love and relationships throughout this year. Relationships are not easy and they're not for the weak. They absolutely are something that can break you if you let it, but they're also something that you can learn from and grow from, and that's really the thing you have to focus on when it comes to relationships, is just, what did I learn from this and what will I not tolerate again? What do I love having put onto me and what don't I like to receive? And I feel like these are all things that I've learned throughout this year. I used to be a very reactionary person when I first started dating, and that was because of all the trauma and all the sexual assault that I've gone through, but also because of just not ever really being vulnerable with anyone else in my life. So learning how to be vulnerable and like fully express my emotions in a non-attacking way has been my biggest gripe with like relationships and stuff. And that's in all relationships, not romantic only, but also like friendships and stuff. So right now I'm going through a breakup, and it's been a long time coming. So I kind of tortured myself throughout the year by allowing myself to keep this person in my life, because while I also wanted them in my life, they only wanted me in their life. But with that came a lot of hurt, a lot of pain, a lot of stuff that I just didn't need to go through, especially when I'm trying to like pour into myself and really do all the things that I've always wanted to do, but restricting myself because of said relationship. I know it's not oblivious to some people who I'm talking about, but it's just something that I feel like I just have to get off my chest, because one of the things that made this relationship special but also kind of like toxic for me is that I've always been tied to this person. So me being with this person since they were so well known made it where I was always in their shadow, or anytime I or he was brought up, each other were brought up, which to me also speaks on how close we were as a couple, but as friends as well, because we started out as best friends. But altogether, it just was a very toxic situation that I allowed to go on longer than it should have because of codependency and fear for not being able to just exist, you know, without the other person. You feel like they're like someone that you need in your life, when you can want people in your life, but you should not need people in your life. When you start needing people in your life, that means there's probably an issue there. That means that you aren't fully taking leadership over in your life. It's nice to have people to vent to. It's nice to have someone to cuddle. It's nice to have people to be vulnerable with. But when those people are people that actively hurt you on a daily basis, that's toxic, you know? And you gotta learn how to let that go. But with that, I've also learned a lot of new things, as in what I'm looking for in a relationship partner. So I've been exploring my sexuality all throughout this year. I think summer is when I really like fully put myself into it. And one of my favorite things is like when I have sex with couples, because I do prefer to have sex with couples, but obviously I'm open to any type of sex. But seeing how open the couples are with just sharing themselves with someone else as a third is so beautiful. Like, and I've always wanted that. And I want that special moment to come from someone that deserves it, but also that I feel that we can fully like be free and be ourselves and just fully embrace the situation that is sex with other people. Because sex, when you only have one other person, is so limited with the learning experiences, and it can easily become dull. But when you have sex with a new person, or there's two other people in the mix, now you're getting so much more learning, and also you could get a lot more intimacy from it because these two people already have that connection. And now it can be rocky and shaky, I will say. Like sometimes I have been invited into a couple situation, I'm just like, y'all ain't got the right energy for y'all to be inviting someone over. Because if someone's jealous, if that one person's jealous, immediately I'm gonna be like, we're not gonna do this. This ain't the right situation, because it should be where both people are interested in you. And that's something I've completely learned this year as well. If I don't feel like everyone that I'm having sex with is interested in me, and it's just not that off rip, if there's uncomfortability, we can sometimes work through it. But if I feel like I've given that chance to try to work through it, then I'm just going to dead it, and we're not going to continue on with what we're doing, because that's just a waste of time. But yeah, that's one of the things I've learned, that it, like, when I get into a relationship, I would love to experience, but also I'm not like closed off to the idea of monogamy. Like, I don't want any restrictions in my relationship when I have a new one that blossoms. Also going into like relationships, through doing OnlyFans, I've learned a lot of new sexual things about myself. If you check out my OnlyFans, you'll see that I've like bottomed recently, and a lot recently compared to like how much I've bottomed in general, because the only person before these collabs I had bottomed for was my ex. And other times I've had like fail safes where it's just like, oh, we tried but this didn't work out. But the full time where I just fully had like bottom sex was only with my ex. So to have like full time bottom sex now at 31 with random collabs, trusting my body, because I always used to be scared of letting someone in, but trusting my body and just letting it happen, I think that it's just such a learning experience that I really want to delve into and feel on a grander scale. I'm not saying I want to be a full bottom, but it's just something I want to experience more of and not rob myself from, because pleasure comes in so many different forms, and I just want to experience all those forms because I can learn something new about myself. And that's really been the theme of this year, is just learning so much about myself. But then if we move on to another topic, with friendships. So this year has definitely put a lot of strain on me bending over backwards for different friendships in my life. I feel like sometimes I've over tried to like be there for each friend, and I've learned where I need to set boundaries, where I need to excuse myself and say, hey, I can't do this. Like, maybe I can't go out today, or maybe I can't talk today, or maybe I just don't want to engage in whatever drama that's going on right now, because I don't have the mental bandwidth to be a good person for you to be accepting of the drama that comes along with it, or I'm just tired. And, you know, when you're tired, you can't just pour into other people's cups when you're just on E already, and now you have to deal with a difficult situation on top of that. But also not letting those situations draw out, because when things get dragged on, then certain things get thrown into the fire, and now every little minor thing that you do can be taken as something, as a personal attack or something. So with friendships, I've just learned how to create boundaries, be open to conversations that I would usually be uncomfortable with, and just always try to understand. Like, if you don't try to approach every situation from an understanding, and you're just like, oh, this person said this about me, but you do this, like, that becomes an argument instead of just understanding. And if we're friends and we're trying to love on each other, that's all it should be about. Like, at the end of the day, that's all it should be about. But yeah, to go back into relationships for me, what things that I need to vent out is that I've in the past allowed people to just run over me and not really stick up for myself, not really show that, hey, like, I'm a person too. You have these feelings, you have these wants and needs, but if I can sit here and try to give you your wants and needs, but I can't ever get that back. And it's always about what you need from me, and I don't get anything in return that I ask for. Then what am I doing? I'm just being a people pleaser. I'm not fully engaging in a friendship. I'm just being a puppet, you know? And I allowed myself to be stuck in that limbo for so long. And with the recent months that have happened and gone down the way they have, I just have embraced a new lifestyle of just being free, not curating drama, and just letting things be. Like, if people have problems with me, then that's just what it is. If I feel that I can't get what I need from people to feel like I'm in a reciprocal relationship, then I have to let it be, because I'm 31 now and I have so many things that I want to accomplish and just do and experience, that looking back on this year, the moments where I let myself get stifled or depressed or anxious about certain things, I've robbed myself of experiences. I've dissociated from certain experiences. I've just done so much harm, like not even living in the moment and just letting the year just pass. I don't want that anymore. I don't want to accept that in my life anymore, because when you allow that to happen, now you go through the year, you look back on it and you're like, damn, this was a cool experience, but I didn't fully live in this because this was going on. Or this was a cool experience, but I couldn't because I was trying to take care of someone when I could have just had this moment for myself, you know? And learning that it's okay to be selfish and that no one can make you feel bad about it, even if they are in their feelings and you want them to not be in their feelings, it's so powerful. Like, you can't take care of everyone's emotions. You have to take care of yourself first, and then once you feel good, that's when you can do that. But you come first. Your life is yours to live. If said person, which is now what I'm living through, decides that they are just going to like completely detached from anything that you guys were working on, now you have to pick yourself up and be like, oh, okay, I put all this work and time into this person, and now I have nothing to show for it outside of scars and lessons. And that's it. That's all I got. Like, all the money, all the time, the love you spend on someone is gone. And that in itself is beautiful. Like, I feel like it's a lesson learned, and it's a lot of things that you just have to be aware of when you enter relationships, and you just can't let things drag out, you know? To move on, another thing that I've learned is that I'm very attracted to narcissists. So I know this is kind of like a big, wide term. I don't think that if you are a narcissist, you are a bad person. But I do think that if you're a narcissist, it's a personality type. Like, everyone has a personality type. So I don't think as many people that people claim they are narcissists, but there are key things that you look out for with narcissists. And I know for sure that if you hit 4 out of, I think there's 5 on the test, then it's possible, but you still need a diagnosis. But from my view, I know that I've dealt with a few narcissists or just shitty people who have taken advantage of my pureness and me just really trying to figure out about my life, being thrown into gay culture very late in life. I feel like later than most. People try to take advantage of that because you don't know much. So you don't know what to look out for when it comes to shitty people. You don't know what to look out for when it comes to a genuine friendship. You don't know what genuine concern in someone actually trying to help you looks like. And it's become such a reoccurring theme that even to this day I forget that, oh, there's people that still want to try to take advantage of you, and you can't be genuine and nice to everybody, and you can't be understanding. That's the biggest thing. You cannot be understanding with everybody, because if you try to be overly understanding with people and then continue to do things that are so awful for your mental health, but you're just like, well, I want to understand this person, you will end up dead. You will end up dead if you try to understand someone too much, because what happens when that person you're trying to be understanding with is lying to you? What happens when they lie? Now you're over here being a dummy. And I've done that far too much. You cannot be overly understanding with people that don't want to be understood. when they don't allow themselves to just fully like be vulnerable with you, and they can't be fully honest with you, and they try to sugarcoat stuff, or they just give you a half truth, they don't want to fully be embracive in the moment, then you gotta let it go. When you feel like your bullshit meter is going off, believe it. Because at the end of the day, anyone can explain themselves out of a lie. Like, that's just how it is. They can explain to the day that you die about how they're lying, but at the end of the day, if they lying, they lying. Why try to be understanding in that moment? I've learned how to like call out the lies when I know there's inconsistencies, because if someone doesn't know or feel like they're lying, they just gonna lie. But if you can call that out and pay attention to people, then you will be good. Because when I tell you, just being around gay people, I'm not gonna throw myself into the bunch, but we love to lie. We love to lie. So just lessons learned. But moving away from relationships, to talk about how I feel about this year. This year was so impactful for myself in so many ways. I got validated immensely in every single aspect of my life. I'm doing very good at my job. I have a good career. I'm good at my job. I have my own business. Sis, actually, if I really like count OnlyFans, and I'm doing well in those. I've put myself out there in so many ways, to the fact that I've like grown my online presence and just like presence on this earth. Like I have something that I'm known for. Even though to some people I know like sex work and stuff is just not something to be glorified. For me it is, because sex work is something that is teaching me how to be more vulnerable, how to embrace the act of seduction, how to be better at sex, how to learn from my partners and see what they like, asking what they like, be smarter with my sexual health, and being on top of that, because you don't want to go into a filming and give anyone anything. I don't ever want to have that on my conscience. But it just has overall taught me how to be a better lover. And I feel like I don't think more people should do it. Because I feel like most people go into sex work thinking they're going to get all the fame and the fortune and stuff like that. You're not going to get that unless you really work for it and also know what you're trying to sell. That's the biggest thing with sex work that is a non-negotiable. Like, if you don't know what you're selling, you're wasting your time. It don't matter how beautiful you are. It don't matter how your body's set up. If you don't know how to sell it, or what on you is your moneymaker, then you kind of are just like floating in the air. But also like learning how to brand yourself as well. That goes along with branding. But learning what you are trying to say as well through your art. Don't just be other people posting your dick. Only posting your dick. Don't be like other people where you just show a close-up shot of your dick or your ass. Some people can get away with that, but not everyone's gonna get away with that. Like, you gotta do a little bit more. Like, if you have a nice chest, maybe if you're taking nudes, highlight your chest and your dick. If you have a beautiful face, make sure that your face is in there. Not everyone can do that, but if you're DL, ski mask, but show your face. Like, at the end of the day, if you're doing sex work, someone's gonna know who you are. And that's another thing. Like, if you do sex work, you can't be scared. I get the fetish of being anonymous, but sometimes you gotta put something out there. Like, not everyone's gonna just go for your body. You gotta have a face to put it to, because another part of sex that I feel like is so enjoyable is when I can see the person's reaction and interaction that goes on there, because eye contact to me is one of the sexiest things when it comes to sex. If there's no eye contact, it feels like we're just kind of like dissociating from the experience and only taking in like, oh, I'm sucking your dick, oh, I'm fucking your ass, and that's it. Even though I like doggy. Doggy is one of my favorite positions in missionary, and that's when I get to see the reactions. Like, I love to see someone being emotive when I'm stretching them out. That's a beautiful thing. But yeah, with this video, I think I've touched on a few things that I really wanted to talk about. It might be a little bit edited depending on what I do feel like I want to keep and what I don't, because I did get a little bit vulnerable. Right now, I know like with my upload schedule and stuff, I'm not consistent, and I don't want to be consistent. I want to get there eventually, but right now I'm just going through it heavily. So my mental is all over the place. I've had a lot of betrayal, I felt, within the last few months, and it's just been a lot to just try to push to do even things like this, like a little talk on my couch. It's been a lot to just get presentable for it to be in front of a camera. So please be patient with me. I've had people I thought that I was gonna have in my life forever show me otherwise. I've had people that I've been overly considerate with not be considerate of me, and that has made me a little bit guarded right now and a little bit cold. So I'm trying to like give you guys the ooh-ah sensation, all the personality, but it's been a little bit hard. So I'm trying to come back. I do plan on posting this one tomorrow, but also I'm trying to get another video out this week, even though it won't be on a Wednesday, just because I want to catch up, you know. But then I also want a video out for you guys next week. But I do have some backlog stuff that I might edit, and we'll see what happens with that. But for now, accept this as a nice year-end review of like things I've learned throughout the year and things I'm excited for. You know, actually, I'll throw this. What I want for next year. Like, let me say some manifestation for next year. So going into next year, I see myself fully flourishing in all the ways I've always wanted to. I want to push myself to have my business bigger than I ever thought. I want to completely overhaul my OnlyFans and make it my bitch. I want to continue creating and expressing myself in various ways. I want to fully commit myself to my fitness journey and not letting the stresses and the depression stop me from actually getting to the gym. So I'm going to the gym after I finish recording this. I want to have relationships that are fully authentic and are serving me in the ways that I crave, because right now I have a lot of friendships that do matter to me and mean the world to me, but I just want more. I want more from my friendships. I want to feel so close that I can tell anyone anything and not have them like dismiss it, you know? I want to be in rooms that I never thought in. I want to be producing things that I never thought I would produce. I want to fully obliterate the idea of my social anxiety and just exist. And yeah, I just want to push myself to be in multiple forms of media and making money in all possible ways. I want to start creating art in all ways like I've always wanted to, but have stopped because I am letting life beat my ass. But I need to get back to the younger me that was in high school, that was just a nerd in his room listening to music, writing music, drawing, making art. And I just want to get back to that because I feel like that's the true Aaron. It's my real name. That's the true Aaron that really wants to exist but has been lost in the shuffle of things that people want me to do. And I just want to do all the shit that I want to do. So that's my manifestation for next year. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It really was rough to try to even get to this point, but I did enjoy it. It's helping me release a few feelings, and I know when I go back and edit this, I'm probably gonna be in my feelings. But I love y'all. Please send me some love in the chat down below, because I really can use all the love I can get. I felt so empty recently, and just like in a state of just like disarray, but also just trying to figure out how I'm supposed to feel about everything going on in my life. And it's been like weird, you know, it's like a weird feeling to be like, damn, I'm living, I'm still doing things, like I'm going to work and stuff and doing my best job, but also I'm just feeling like I'm just a robot, and I don't like that. Like next year as well, to add on to it, is I'm going to start therapy again, because I was doing therapy, was that earlier this year? That was earlier this year. I was doing therapy earlier this year, and was that this year? I don't remember. I do feel like it was this year. It was this year, but I was doing therapy this year, and yeah, it was so beautiful and healing for me. But then I just allowed all the things my therapist had told me, like, hey, you should probably stop interacting with this person. You should probably embrace all the things you want to do, because this person seems to be getting too much of your attention and distracting you from all the things that matter and all the things that are going to matter for you in the grand scheme. You know, being alone, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It's okay to be alone. You just got to actually not see it as that. And one of the things that really sticks out to me when it comes to like even thinking of the phrase of you don't want to walk away from your past is Erica Badu quote. There's like a video of her online. I think she's on a Breakfast Club or something. But she basically says that one of the things that's hardest in life, and as you go through these chapters, as you get older, me hitting 30 recently, and just like having this new idea and landscape of life, learning more about myself, is all the things in the past, all the traumas, all your normal ways of reacting to things. Those are all the things you're comfortable with, and you always want to go back to that because that's just where you have been all your life. And now that you're doing all these new things, it's making all this anxiety come up. You're feeling like you're so alone. You're feeling like you're not being understood, and you don't even know if you're doing the right thing. But those are the things you need to go to. All those mistakes. You need to make these mistakes so you don't stay stuck in the past mistakes, because these will add up and keep you held down. But she basically says is, we're so used to going back to the past, doing all the things that are comfortable to us, all the relationships that are comfortable, and like, this is what I've existed in, all these loops and these cycles I've been stuck in are comfortable, I've been in it, so why would I want to just end those things and lose those people? But you have to look at it as a dead body. That is a dead body that is needed to be in the ground. You need to have a funeral for it, which for me feels like therapy. You need to just look at it and be like, that's it. Like, I'm not going to play into this dead body anymore. I can't sit up here and hug this dead body to be alive again because it's already dead. Like, why am I trying to play into that? I need to move on with this new relationship, this new baby that I have, and take care of that because the old baby is dead. That sounds bad, but this new baby needs my attention. So I gotta pay attention to her. I can't pay attention to her and hold on to this, because then I become a mother that doesn't take care of their child. And that's how I'm trying to look at my life right now, is as a baby, a new baby that I need to take care of, because the old thing that was alive is dead, and we gotta leave it there for a long time before I can even look back and try to start sorting through those things, because otherwise I'm just gonna fall back into who that person was. So I love you guys. Once again, please leave some love down in the chat for me. Your boy going through it, but he is doing well. He is holding on and moving forward, and I just want to really get into the Christmas spirit. I'm gonna be with my family, so I'm just trying to do that. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.